Hey guys, how are you? Thank you so much for taking the time to join me tonight. Um, I got really inspired about 3 weeks ago when I realized it's been exactly 2 years since I retired myself as a legal assistant slash paralegal. After being in the law field for so long, it was just something that looking back, I realized, you know what, I need to do a better job of not just showing the fitness aspect of Beachbody, not just showing, the fact that I'm a stay-at-home mom now, working from home, building my business from home, but going out there and telling my story, showing people that I'm no different than them. And pretty much tonight, I want you to walk away answering the burning question in your heart, which is, can I be a coach? I want to show you what this business is all about. I want to tell you the different levels of this business so you see that it's not just a cookie cutter business where you have to do this, it's like all or nothing. No, there's many different levels of coaching. There's many different ways to be a part of the Beachbody community. And so tonight, I hope you walk away informed so that you can make a decision on whether or not you want to be a Beachbody coach. I promise not to take up more than 30 minutes of your time. So although I am a talker, I'm going to go as fast as possible, but as concise as possible. To start off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Monica Lopez. I don't think I said that yet, but my name is Monica Lopez. I am 31 years old. I am a mom to 3 beautiful babies, Jason, who's 8, Jackson, who's 4, and Mia, who is 2 years old. I've been with my husband, Johan Lopez, for 12 years now. I'm going strong. And like I said, I retired myself as a legal assistant slash paralegal 2 years ago as of July 18th, which is pretty huge for me. I think this business, to me, when I think about it, it boils down to 3 concepts. And the 3 concepts to me are fitness, financial, and freedom. And I kind of hit like each of these I guess benchmarks in the business at a different time. Different points of my life brought me to them. But I will tell you that fitness was what drew me into the business. A little history, I grew up pretty overweight for most of my childhood. I can tell you that I was teased to no end. That and that I got braces. See, my teeth used to be like all crooked and messed up. But on top of crooked and messed up teeth, I was pretty overweight. I got teased to no end in school. Kids are harsh, and I felt it. I felt the brunt of a lot of that. And so by the time I hit the age of 14, I believe it was 14 or 15, I remember getting my first job at, get this, Eckerd's, if you remember what Eckerd's was, was now CVS. But anyway, my neighborhood Eckerd's, I got my first part-time job, and every penny I earned, I used to use it towards holding a gym membership at my local gym. Because I started to get into fitness, I knew that I didn't want to be that person anymore. And I actually had a very good friend who was very knowledgeable, who helped me and taught me how to weightlift and train and do all that good stuff. And so I started getting into shape, and fitness started to become something that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I never fell in love with the workouts. What I fell in love with was the feeling, that high, that confidence that comes from working your body. I mean, fitness is something that anybody can do. Anybody can do it, but the also flip side of that is that it's very personal. Only you can do it for yourself. So it was very gratifying, and I discovered that at an early age, and I learned not so much to love the actual workouts, but to love the feeling of feeling healthy and alive and moving type deal. So everything was all good and dandy until I started having kids. Yeah, and I have three of them. This was a girl that said she never wanted to have kids, but here I was, pregnant with my first child at the age of 20, very young. And I don't think I ate for 1. I didn't even eat for 2. I think I ate for 10 a day. And when I gave birth to my first child, Jason, afterwards, I kind of I guess it was desperation. I kind of threw everything I knew out the door, and I started doing like some crazy things to lose the weight. I gained 70 pounds with him. And that was harsh. That was hard. That was hard to deal with. Here I am, 20. I actually gave birth at 21 when I should have been out and legally drinking for the first time. I was actually caring for a newborn. And so the weight added to the fact that I was young, all my friends were in a way different world than I was, depression kicked in, and I was just desperate to lose weight. I started resorting to things like binge eatings, crash diets. The one that I'm most ashamed of is laxatives. Like I even did laxatives at one point to lose weight. And I can tell you that all the crash, the yo-yoing, going back and forth, I did lose weight, but it was never healthy. I wasn't a very active mom. I was actually a very frustrated, mean mom because I was young and I was, just like I said, depressed to a certain degree. And when I did lose the weight, my body wasn't firm. I didn't feel good. I call it the pancake body, where everything's like all mushy, mushy. That was me. And I started to get back into weight training and all that kind of stuff when the baby was about 2 years old, when I had the time. But in the beginning, it was a rough ride. Then came child 2 and 3. And really it started when I was just gave birth to the second child. I started working at a new law firm, and I came into contact with, I think, a person that is very, very special in my life. Her name is Cristina Delgado, and she was once upon a time my boss, actually. I came to work for her, and she had just had her son DJ about, I think it was 5 months before I had my son Jackson. And here we are, both of us. She was already starting to drink Shakeology. She was already starting to do these home workouts. And I would see her in the office, and she would kind of talk to me about them. And I was just like thinking, in my mind, I'm like, who home workouts, who does that? I have to go to the gym. I have to make it there. I have to do that. And then this shake, I'm like, I don't need a shake. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. And, lo and behold, she challenged me one day. She's like, come on, just give it a shot. I gave in. And I learned what it was. I stepped foot into the Beachbody world. I got amazing results with the workouts. I drank Shakeology. I mean, she actually had to force it on me. She was like, "You must try it. You don't understand. It's the game changer. It's the key. It's the nutritional key, which while we can eat really well, we'll never eat perfectly. And Shakeology just like plugs all that perfection into our day." And so I took her word for it. I did it. I got amazing results. And there is when I really fell in love with the business. With the fitness of the business. So that's one aspect. Like I said, fitness drew me in. I finally found something that works. And it was something that carried me through my second and third pregnancy, where I only gained 30-something pounds each time. And I lost it like that. I maintained pretty strong body, muscular. I'm not pancakey anymore, like I call it. And I fell in love with the products. That's like me. I believe Beachbody did. Right? But then came the business aspect. It was introduced to me by Christina. Her and her sister had already started their team. They formed their team, which is called Diesel Nation, which I'm a part of. And they kind of started telling me, okay, well, you can earn money in this business. There's a way to, like, if everybody's asking you anyway, you're losing weight, you look fantastic, what are you doing? And you're answering, well, there you go. That's the heart, the gut of coaching. And so I gave it a shot, and for a while there, I started to tap into the financial aspect, where we were able to save up some money. We paid off credit cards. We took like little mini vacations, like once a year with the kids. I remember, and actually I was doing this morning. I was doing school supply shopping, and I remembered clearly when I was saving money from my Beachbody account. So I used to have an account separately for all the income that came in, because it was a part-time thing. And I was able to buy the kids school supplies with the income that I had made on Beachbody. And I remember thinking like, oh, pretty cool. I don't have to worry about this right now. The money's there off of this side thing that I'm doing working out. And so, there was like that middle where I started to feel the financial part of this business, which was great, right? Nice little hobby. It was not until my third baby was born, Mia. And that's where things started to really change, and where this business really, I advanced from not just a hobby, but it turned into something that was like, I want to be a business builder. This is in my heart, my soul. This is my calling. This is what I want to do. It happened when Mia was born. She was about a month and a half old, and I started to see something a little odd about her eye. It was like right here in her eye. Every time she would cry, it would get really black and blue in her eye. And, I'm a mother of 3. I know that there's clogged tear ducts that happen to infants a lot of times when they're born. So, of course, I would get the warm cloth, rub it out every day. And this wasn't getting any better. And by day 3, when, you know, it was already, I remember telling Johan, I'm like, look at the baby, something's not right. Whew. That day I remember going to the hospital, to the doctor, and they sent me straight to the hospital to Miami Children's to see a certain specialist, the only person in Miami that deals with this, which was, it's called a hemangioma. And actually a hemangioma, if you don't know what it is, it's a blood tumor. So it's a tumor, benign, but it grows with blood flow. So here we have an infant, okay? Every time an infant cries, and the blood grows. And it's actually not that uncommon with newborns. A lot of times they get it superficially, but Mia's case, which is really devastating to find out, is that her tumor was actually wrapped around, it was right next to her eye here and intertwined with her eye muscles. So here I am, I'm finding out, I'm about 2 months into my maternity leave, finding this out about my daughter when I have to return to work in another 3 weeks. And I'm finding out that not only is this something that's, I mean, pretty dangerous, her beautiful blue eyes, I was about to, you know, she was about to lose an eye. Not only is this dangerous for her, but she needs to be seen by the specialist at the very least. I think in the beginning it was twice a week we had to be there at Miami Children's, which means it's not an hour wait. You know, you're talking about almost a whole day worth of sitting in waiting rooms, waiting to get MRIs, waiting to get ultrasounds, certain medication that could only be administered by the doctor. And then I had to sit around and wait for them to see the effects to make sure she didn't have any adverse effects. Craziness, craziness. This is where my back was really against the wall. I always felt, and I talk about this all the time, even before this happened with me, I always felt like I was the hurry up, let's go mom. I always felt like I was rushing in the morning with the kids, rushing to feed them breakfast, rushing to get them out of the house, rushing through traffic, like all this. I used to ride the Metro Rail to work, then, you know, it's got an hour-and-a-half commute to work, then to come back home in the afternoon, do it all over again, to get home and quickly cook dinner, quickly get them to bed, quickly get them bathed in bed. And time for me was almost obsolete. Time for me and Johan was almost obsolete. I call it the hurry up and wait mom. I felt like it was like a hamster wheel. But I always felt like I was raised, you know, you hustle. You hustle, you got to get out there. My mom, you know, she built her businesses from the ground up. I saw her, I was raised around that. I saw her barely around because she was always working and always doing all these kinds of things to make sure we had income in the home. I felt like that was normal. I was like, you know, no, it's my job, you know. I have to hustle for my kids, for my family. That's what I need to do. But when this happened with Mia, now it was a whole other story. Now it was, you know what? No, I need to be the one there while they're putting Mia down, you know, because they have to put her out to be able to do an MRI because she was so little. She was an infant. I'm like, I need to be there. Nobody can fill those shoes for me. Mom, not even dad, you know, mom needs to be there. And when I had to go back to work, they were understanding to the fact, but I also knew they had a law firm to run. And after a while, you know, this lasted 6 months. This treatment lasted 6 months where I had to visit the doctor at least once a week with Mia and get the tumor size, you know, measured and the medication administered and all these kinds of things. It got to a point where my back was against the wall, and I don't blame the firm, but myself either, where they were telling me, oh, we need you here. Can somebody else take her? I'm like, no, nobody else can take her. I'm her mom. And so I chose to be Mia's mom above anything else at that moment. And I'm forever, forever grateful for the fact that I had my Beachbody business just like right there sitting for me to just take a hold of and run with. And that's when I became a full-time Beachbody coach, a business builder. I mean, it was already in my heart. I loved the products. I already got a taste of what could possibly happen. I had just never given it my all because, you know, I worked really hard to be a paralegal. I didn't quite make it to law school because life happened and I ended up having 3 kids. But, you know, I worked hard to get there. I worked hard to get the position that I had. I worked with, you know, top-notch attorneys in a very prestigious law firm, you know, here in Miami. But at that moment, none of that mattered. What mattered was being Mia's mom and being there and making sure she was okay. And still, you know, in my heart, my gut, my soul, I knew like what makes me feel good is still being a breadwinner, you know, home, still bringing in money, still, you know. And I had Beachbody to do that, which was really amazing. It's a really life-changing experience for me. And this business is my baby. I love it. So I'm excited to share with you tonight all about it. I'm gonna give you a quick history of the company. So the CEO, his name is Carl Daikeler, okay? He came up with these fitness programs, which I'm probably sure you're going to know these names, like P90X, Insanity, Brazilian Butt Lift. All of these programs he created, he produced, and he put them out there. People bought them like crazy, right? Those late night infomercials. I'm actually in a couple of them. But those late night infomercials, people bought them, right? How many people do you know that bought them and have them probably sitting at home? I'll tell you what the key is to those people that have them sitting at home and don't get them, don't break open the box or don't get going on those programs. It was the accountability. And he realized it too. Carl Daikeler's a brilliant man. He realized, you know what? The way to get people moving is to create this community, create this accountability. People helping people. People are inspired by other people, right? We hear it all the time. We see it all the time. There's someone around us all the time that inspires us to do better and be better. He realized that. That's all it took. That's the only difference. And so he created what we call Team Beachbody, which is our coaching network of people, average people like you, me, my team, and I'll get into a little bit more of that. But what we are is also a multi-level marketing company. So you've probably heard of other ones like Mary Kay, Avon, Amway, a bunch of these other companies. I will tell you that there's something that sets us apart from them. And I'm going to go into that also in a little bit. But there is something that sets us apart from all other MLMs. But aside from that, what I want you to take away right now is the fact that we are actually a very young MLM, okay? Very young. The principles that come out of us are very different. And aside from that, we haven't even hit international yet, okay? We're only in US, Puerto Rico, and Canada at the moment. We haven't even branched out international, although it's in the works. I can't give you a date, but I know it's coming. But what it means and what I want you to understand is that there is opportunity here. There's so much opportunity, and opportunity was something that is working, that is growing exponentially by the minute. Okay, when I joined as a coach, I remember we were 47,000 coaches strong. Today, Team Beachbody is over 300,000 coaches strong. That's huge. And you know, I've been a coach for 4 years myself, so you can imagine, look how quickly the network is growing. So that only means one thing, that there is a ton of opportunity. Back then, Carl only had workout programs. Today, we have so much more. We've got workout programs. We've got Shakeology. And the most exciting thing that we've had that just launched actually last month is our performance line, which means a full line of supplements where nobody even has to step foot into a GNC again, right? So you think that you need all these supplements and you gotta go get, we got it. Full service, like a full bar here. You know, you got fitness, nutrition, and now supplementation, which is really huge. So the other thing that's really great about the company is that every quarter, pretty much, it seems, or even more than that, every quarter we're coming out with new things. So just last month, again, we released a new program called Size. You probably see people dancing on social media. It's the new thing. It's the big thing. Really fun. And then they've already announced what's coming out in December, which I'm super excited about because I got chosen to be in the test group. So I'm currently doing the program, and my results will be shown when the program actually launches in December. And that was called the Masters Hammer and Chisel. And this one, I mean, just amazing stuff. You're talking about, you know, like CrossFits and all this kinds of training, crazy training that you hear about and see about these gyms, like that's bringing that style workout home. It's crazy. It's revolutionary. It's amazing. So they're always coming out with new things. They're up and on what's happening, you know. They're never 1 foot behind. They're 10 steps ahead on what's happening. They have all these product launches ready to go. And so it just shows that the company is going in the right direction. And as of yet, they haven't let me down. So let's get into the meat of the call. Sorry, I took a lot. Okay, meat of the call. And what we're going to go through is the who, what, why, how, and where of coaching. Okay? So who? Who are Beachbody coaches? Well, honestly, they're like all walks of life on our team throughout Beachbody, 300,000 strong. We've got teachers, doctors, accountants, paralegals, attorneys, stay-at-home moms, dads, makeup artists, therapists, nurses. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Anybody could be a coach. Everybody could be a coach. Whether you intend one day to leave your job and do this business at home, Or if you're completely in love with your job and you don't want to ever leave, that's perfectly fine. Like I know I have like one of my favorite stories is a firefighter on my team. She loves her job. She's never leaving. But Beachbody is still something she can do and still something she represents. So we're all walks of life. There's no right answer to who could be a coach. There's 3 types of coaches, kind of like I told you, I touched upon when I was talking about my story, is that there's 3 levels of coaching. Discount, hobby coaching, and business builder. And these are kind of like titles that my team and I kind of came up with. It's not like in the business where you have to fall into one of these or you have to categorize yourself. No, but it's just a way that we kind of see the types of coaches that are out there and what you could possibly be. So discount. When you sign up as a coach, you automatically get 25% off anything and everything you buy. Okay, so to me, it's kind of like a membership per se. So you're saying, I love the product, I love the Shakeology, I believe in it, I'm going to continue it, I am adopting the lifestyle. They reward you with a discount. It's like a membership. Pretty much you get 25% off everything, and that's completely okay. You don't have to ever sell a product, you don't have to ever hold a challenge group, you don't have to ever do anything. You can just solely reap the benefits. And I was there. I did the same thing when I first started. Then there's something that I call hobby coaching, which is kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where I started to dip into the possibility of making some money. So organically, naturally, what happened was people were asking me, wow, you look great. What are you doing? So without, even before even being a coach, I was out there talking about it and even realized I could make money off of it, or earn money off of it. But when I went and talked to people about it and I directed them to P90X or Asylum or whatever, TurboFire, whatever program it was I was doing at the time, I benefited from it. And that was really great because then that meant that I could coach them. And I did have a job. I did have a job to coach them, which was to be there to hold them accountable, to help them through the workouts and stuff like that. And then from there, like you heard, I graduated to a full-on business builder when life just happened and it just pointed me in that direction. But anywhere in between that you fall is completely and utterly okay. And honestly, it's up to you. It's up to you where you want to land. We talk about it all the time, and it may sound cliche, but it's the absolute truth. No matter what size your business is, no matter what level your business is, ultimately, you are the CEO. And you are the person that decides where you want it to go. The coach that invited you here would be your sponsoring coach, okay? But they're more your mentor, not any kind of boss or anything, but they're your mentor that are gonna mentor you through the business and help you. But you call the shots where you wanna go, you could take it. What we are, so what are Beachbody coaches? Well, let me debunk for a second a lot of myths about what Beachbody coaches are. We're definitely not personal trainers. We don't need to be. We have celebrity personal trainers who are well equipped to train us on TV, already put on DVDs, already produced and on a silver platter for us. So we do not need to be personal trainers, nor are we. Nutritionists, we're not nutritionists either. Again, we get these amazing books, and now if you've heard of the 21-Day Fix, it's like nutrition for, let me say this, for dummies, for me, like people that don't want to count any macros or anything like that. Like it's like laid out, perfect nutrition with these little color containers. It's really awesome. So we don't need to be nutritionists. We have all the tools for that. And we are not professionals, and nor do we need to be, okay? All we need to do, like what we do is we motivate, we inspire, we guide. One of my biggest things is we believe. You never realize what people are capable of when you believe in them. And so that's like the real heart of what we do is just believing in one another and being there. And so the way we do these kinds of things, we hold people accountable by, you know, being on the journey with them too. So I don't tell anybody to do anything that I'm not doing. I drink my Shakeology every single day. I'm a product of the product. I do my workout. I get it in. And I'm out there telling someone else, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. The other thing we do is we hold a lot of online challenge groups. Some of you guys that are joining me tonight were probably in my free clean eating challenge with a couple of other coaches. And so you kind of got a taste of how we work. Well, that's what we do. You know, we just go out there, share these workouts, share these meal plannings, answer any questions, anything that you may have trouble with, share Shakeology recipes, all these kinds of things. That's pretty much what we do as coaches. So I just needed to debunk there that people mostly think that oh, well, I don't look like a coach, or I'm not at my goal weight, or I'm going to wait to sign up until I feel better or look better. Honestly, not necessary. And it's not even the point. I'll tell you that wholeheartedly, honestly, it's not even the point. People are inspired by seeing someone else persevere, seeing someone else put one foot in front of the other, seeing someone else that maybe defying their odds. That's what inspires people to get up and move. It's not so much you being a perfect body, because you know what? While people may see that and think that's fantastic, some people may think it's lucky. And what makes this really special is that you're taking someone on the journey with you, and they're seeing you struggle, they're seeing you work, they're seeing you put the effort in, and that makes all the difference. So don't think that you need to be at your goal weight to possibly be a coach. You can be a coach. All right, why are we doing this? You know what's really crazy is that, well, we all know obesity is a problem, but here's my thing that really shocked me, and I looked it up again today. Obesity, over 1/3 of children in the US are overweight or obese. So obesity is not just attacking us as adults, but it's starting as children. Okay, and obviously I'm a testament to that. I may have corrected it at a young age because I just was tired of getting bullied. I was tired of feeling that way. But it starts as us parents creating this new thing where working at a home, your children watching it, they're mimicking you, that kind of stuff, seeing that it's something that is not just a nice little hobby, but a necessity in life, because it is a necessity in life to work out, to eat right. When that becomes the new norm, then I know that we've done our job. But until then, why are we doing this? We're doing this because we're ending the trend, okay? And you're going to hear a lot of times the CEO and all of us say our motto, which is we help people achieve their goals and live healthy and fulfilling lives. Like, that is our core. That is our main purpose. It's not to make a sale. It's not, it's to see a genuine change in someone, to see them succeeding. And success comes in many, many forms. It could be fitness. It could be monetarily. It could be whatever. There's many forms of success, okay? But that's what our gut of our business is about. It's really about the connection between one person and the other and helping them succeed. So why are we here? Well, we do have an obesity problem, but then that problem can be solved and trickle down to a lot of other amazing things. And so the how, and I know this is like the meat of the conversation, and I know it's 9:27, so I may run a tad bit over. I lied, sorry, fibbed. But I'm gonna go quickly. How to earn the various streams of income. So there's a couple. I think the most common and the most obvious is commission. So anything we sell, we get a 25% commission. And the really cool part is when we sell what's called the challenge pack, which is Shakeology bundled with a program, which is great for anybody starting. It's a 30% commission. So they hire the commission for that. Then there's other kinds of ways to earn. There's team cycle bonuses, which you'll probably hear in the MLM world called residual income. And this is kind of like the income that you make while you're sleeping. So it's the income that's held by your team. It's a team effort, and that comes in the form of what we call a team cycle bonus. So we've got matching bonuses, subscription bonuses, and Star Diamond bonuses. Matching and Star Diamond are kind of linked to rank and the ranks of your teammates. So again, if you were to join the team, we will go into training all about this. And it's not something you have to worry about right now, but it's something that you'll be taught and learn. Just want you to understand that there's many avenues of income, not just straight up commission based. And the really cool one is subscription, because right now we just came out with what's called Beachbody On Demand, which is kind of like a Netflix for fitness, where you can go on there and for $40 charged every 3 months, so that's like peanuts pretty much, you can get like $30,000 worth of fitness workouts like at the touch of your hands, like literally on your cell phone. It's so cool. I've gone on vacation, taken my cell phone and done Beachbody Demand right off my phone. If you've bought programs in the past, you'll have a library of every program you bought. And there's even workouts on Beachbody On Demand that are not even offered on DVD. So there's always going to be new up and coming things happening on Beachbody On Demand. So it's not like you're going to get a set amount and then that's it. No, it's constantly changing. So really cool stuff. But there's many ways to earn, like you say, the different kinds of bonuses, commission. But it's just note that what you decide to make in this, what you decide to put into this business is exactly what you're going to earn. Coaches have different levels of income, like I said, depending on what level they fall in and how much they put into and whether they decide to go on full-on business building. It's completely and utterly up to you. All right, and the last is where, because I know the burning question in your heart right now is, where do I sign up? No, kidding. Okay, so where do I sign up? How do I sign up? What the most popular way, the smartest way, in my opinion, is to sign up with what we call a challenge pack. So many other MLMs, if you decide to start your business, okay, startup fee, there's usually not just a fee that is required you to pay, but there's also an inventory that you are required to buy, like a startup package. I mean, this sometimes can be $500, $600, even to $1,000, I've heard, to start your business. Well, now with Beachbody, and that's what I love most about them, is that to start your business, you simply will buy your own challenge pack, which is your own Shakeology, your own workout, your tools to be a product of the products and begin your journey. Okay, with that, once you buy a challenge pack, there is a $40 sign-up fee, but that's waived if you buy a challenge pack, which is a really, really cool thing. Okay, and then from there forward, again, anything you ever buy is 25% off. The second way, which you're probably thinking right now, well, I already bought a challenge pack. Now I want to sign, so how does that work? Well, cool, we got you covered too. You would go sign up as a coach, you would pay the $40 fee, and then there's an online form where that money will be reimbursed literally within 48 hours. It's back in your account. So that's the second way. And then the third way is to pay the good old startup fee of $40. It's actually how I started, because back then when I joined as a Team Beachbody coach, there was no challenge pack. So I bought my Shakeology separately from my fitness program and paid the $40. And that's today. You guys are really lucky. But if you decide just to pay the $40 and possibly start with Shakeology, I just feel like the $40 goes poof in the air when you can actually have a Beachbody program for $10 more. Like size, really cool. So pretty much that's it. That's how you get signed up. And the coach that invited you here can walk you through how to do that. It's not a decision you got to make right now, but it's just something that I want you to understand how easy it is to sign up and what the different choices are. Aside from your sign-up fee or getting started, the only fee that we pay reoccurring month to month is a $15.95 fee. And this is what we call the business fee. So while you do not ever have to have any inventory in your home of any product or anything, because we've got warehouses for that, what we do pay is a fee for those warehouses, but also for our online office, which keeps track of all of our customer lists. It gives us stuff to run our businesses, like, you know, templates, emails, challenge group guides, anything, logos, anything you can think of, it's there. Meal guide, anything to help anyone, it's all there. And we simply pay $15 a month to have that at our fingertips. So that's pretty much it. That's the business in a nutshell. I didn't do too bad. It's 9:33. But I hope you're walking away understanding, first and foremost, if I answered your question, can you be a coach? Yes, anybody can be a coach. And I'll tell you what, although I said yes to this opportunity 4 years ago, it's slowly progressed into what it is today. And I don't regret a minute of it. Because everything has been amazing. It's taught me exactly what I want out of this business and out of life. Ever since I became a Team Beachbody coach, I just feel, I always say this, and I mean it with all my heart and soul. I feel like I'm living life for once in color. I feel like every day, you know, I'm waking up with like this passion, you know, to see more, to do more, to advance, to go, to progress. You know, there's no cap in what I'm doing. I'm helping people day in and day out. I'm traveling like crazy. I've never traveled. Joanna and I have never traveled this much in our lives. And I think we're going on trip number like 6 now in September, which is really cool. It's all business oriented. You know, there's just so many things that have changed. I'm present. I'm home with the kids. Tomorrow I'm going on a field trip to Rapids with the kids all day long, which is really cool. I can pause my business and go do that. And, you know, it's just been a life-changing experience. And while, you know, it's slowly progressed into that, just know that whatever you decide, whether today you're walking away saying, well, hold up, I just want to get fit and healthy, I just want to feel good, that's completely okay. And know that we can help you. to me, and I visited Tony Robbins back in February, which is one of my favorite people. But to me, you know, I learned early on, and I'm lucky. I'm lucky I learned this at the young age of 28. That there's a big difference between being successful in life and being fulfilled. And today I can tell you I live a life of fulfillment. And Beachbody has brought that to me. So with that, I will close. Again, you don't have to make the decision right now, but please talk to the coach that invited you here. That's me or anybody else on my team that invited you here, and kind of tell them what you think. And if you have any further questions that I didn't not answer tonight, please feel free to message me on Facebook or ask the coach that invited you. So that's all, folks, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited to see your announcement on our team page with your picture. Good night.